live from the Butts. El Covico is set to get underway. Welcome one and all to the game that you've all been waiting for here on Coventry United TV, and you won't hear it anywhere else. Liam Cook with you throughout the afternoon in the United County League Premier Division South meeting of Coventry United and Coventry Sphinx, just about to get underway. Let's get you into your team news then, as the first whistle is about to blow any second now. Coventry United team, number 1, Declan Duggan. 2, Asad Senwagiri. 3, Harry Chesterton. Number 4, Riley Devoyle. Number 5, Ed El Hagani. Number 6, Adam Miles. Number 7, Sam Rodber. 8, Joe Blowers. Number 9, Mason Platt. Number 10, Mitch Mollison. And number 11, Sammy Mazaffa. And for Coventry Sphinx, number 1, Scott Martin. Number 2, Joe Percy. 3, Callum Martin. 4, Luke Downs. 5, Lewis Guest. Number 6, Callum Whiteside. 7, Kyle Carey. 8, Jack Downs. Number 9, Matty Shipman. Number 10, Callum Stewart. And number 11, Callum Woodward. And yes, we are thinking it. There are too many Callums in that team. The action is underway now. Coventry have got an early free kick on the halfway line. Early foul by Joe Percy on Sammy Mazaffa. And early talking to the Draper, dragging down the teenage winger. Most of this team is made up of teenagers. The only player over the age of 22 is that man there, Adam Miles, heading up to the edge of the penalty area to add to the 8 goals he's got this season. Devoyle getting Coventry off to the best start. It's over El Hagani, followed up by Shipman, and that ball has come back for a while thanks to Luke Downs. Mollison shields from Callum Woodward, the captain. It's a great run from Mollison, still going Mitch Mollison. He was tripped from behind, referee says no, he was stumbling trying to keep hold of the ball. The referee is having a word with Riley Devoyle there, who's furious that the decision wasn't given in favour of Coventry United. Sphinx fans want a sim bin. It's not going to happen. It's an early marker from the man in black that he's in charge and he's not going to be questioned. The 2 Coventry United alumni in the Sphinx team today, that being Kyle Carey, who's made over 140 appearances for Coventry United, and Luke Downs, playing in central midfield today. Here's Stewart. Woodward and return to Stewart. Senwagiri gets stuck in. It's into the area and Stewart was just a couple of yards behind it. Declan Duggan getting on the end of the ball. His first taste of derby action. Zaffa, poor control, allowing Percy onto it. Whiteside drills it down the right. Shipman second best to it, and Miles puts it out for a throw. Dangerous position. The Sphinx looking to make an early impression. Top of the league. If United can peg them back here and get the 3 points, Rugby could go top. We'll keep you up to date what's going on in the game involving Rugby. Throw from Draper. Hagani winning it in the air. It's out to Luke Downs, chips it in for Stewart. Kyle Carey against his old side for the second time this season for his second different club. Oh, it's over the head of Shipman, that cross. It will be another throw for Sphinx as Mazaffa looking to play Chesterton through. Didn't judge it quite right. Sphinx again on the front foot. Bounces awkwardly and chested down by Whiteside. Woodward scuffs it to the left with Callum Martin. With a low drive is picked up by Devoyle. Through ball to Blowers. Joe Blowers. And a cynical challenge by Draper. And he's heading straight in the book for that. The second time that Percy has hacked down the United man. and a yellow card. The first of the afternoon, just 5 minutes in for Sphinx's number 2, Joe Percy. Yards into United turf. Sphinx turf, I should say. DeVoyle plays it through. Oh, you can see what the idea was, trying the through ball to Rodber. Too much pace out there, and it's collected by the man between the sticks, Scott Martin. Well, there's 2 Martins and 2 Downses today for Coventry Sphinx, so it might get a little bit difficult to get hold of for those listening. We'll do our best. Here's Callum Martin. Sends Carey on the run down the right-hand side. He's used to playing on this pitch. Carey. Cross charged down by his former teammate Harry Chesterton. Corners coming from the right-hand side. Heading over to take it, the captain, Callum Woodward. Mr. Sphinx. Sphinx jostling for position in the penalty area, trying to get on the end of this one. Whiteside, he was trying to return to Woodward. It has found its way back to Woodward, but it's deflected off him by Riley DeVoyle. The 2 captains going head-to-head there. Blowers keeps it alive for United. DeVoyle caught in possession, and Miles has to launch it to the left-hand side of the field. Zaffa now being hassled and harried by Carey, but finds Mitch Mollison. Now it's with Blowers. Asking too much of Platts there with that long ball down the left-hand side. Similar opening to what we saw on Saturday against Histon. United trying those long balls, but being too adventurous. We've had 7 minutes of play at the Butts Park Arena. El Covico, Coventry United versus Coventry Sphinx. In the United Counties League Premier Division South, it's Coventry United 0, Coventry Sphinx 0. Sphinx have had the majority of the possession so far. A couple of half chances. Flicked on with the head of Downs. That came from by DeVoyle, who seems to be playing as a makeshift centre-back alongside Miles Nelhagani. He's dropping rather deep. Nelhagani can't give it away from Woodward. Matty Shipman in the corner, thanks to El Hagani, but gets the cross away, and a good strong header away by Sam Rodber. Carey launching in is Mitch Mollison. He's played both for and against Coventry this season, just like Carey. Now Mazaffa taking on Percy. Side footed to Mollison. Return to Mazaffa. Mazaffa may have a go here, but he gets it away. Sam Rodber to shoot for Coventry United. Oh, poor goalkeeping from Martin, allowing Platts to pick it up. And a bit of a miss hit by Price, and still Martin can't bring it under control, but he has now. Those couple of little mini errors from Martin have rolled up the red and green army. Able to keep Coventry United out, but not entirely convincingly. Martin down the centre of the park, and back where it came from by El Hagani. Jack Downs. Samagiri battling for position. And United have got the free kick there as Samagiri is dragged to the floor by Callum Stewart on the left-hand side of the penalty area. Game's fast running out in the United Counties League Pro Division South. Just 3 matches after today. The next one coming on Saturday against March Town United. An absolutely crucial match for United if they want to keep 7th place in the United Counties League. March Town had been on a run of 10 games without a win, but have won their last 2. Shipman. Back heel to Woodward. Now it's Carey. If he can get there in time, he can get there in time. Smothered by Duggan at the near post. And now Mollison rolling away from the danger zone. Blowers. Harry Chesterton, the Solihull Moors youngster, back to Blowers. Formerly of Gresley. Lovely interplay between Chesterton and Blowers. Mason Platts holds up the chance, looking for the crossfield ball to Sam Rodber, but collected by the Sphinx defender. Launched towards Shipman, but nodded clear by Miles. Bounces through the Sphinx back line and safely back with Martin, who picks that one up a little cleaner this time. The wind catching that kick from Martin. Actually brought it down quite well for Callum Woodward. Digging the back from Blowers on Jack Downs. Referee says no foul. Carey chasing the return ball from Matty Shipman. Miles gets there first. That's going to be an intriguing battle today. After a throw on that far side. Here's the throw from Percy. Shipman's up there. Down by Miles. Chesterton first in the seconds. And his cross deflected out for a Coventry United throw. And there's been a goal at the CBS Arena. Coventry City taking on Watford. And I'm afraid Watford have taken the lead. Coventry 0, Watford 1. João Pedro with the goal for the Hornets. Front to Platts. Wrestled to the ground. Referee gives the free kick in Coventry United's favour. Kyle Carey penalised, wearing number 7 in alien colour to the majority of fans at the Butts Park Arena today. You're seeing him in the red and green of Coventry United for that's 4 or 5 years. Divorce delivery. Up by Guest. And United have got the corner. Martin couldn't prevent it from heading out. United with their first corner opportunity of the game. Biggest crowd of the season here at the Butts Park Arena. I'd say it's a good 300 here. Beating the previous record on non-league day, which is around 250. Majority of players waiting on the edge of the area. United looking for a charge in towards Martin's goal as Chesterton looks to pick one out. In. Oh, it was curling, but not curling enough to go all the way in, but that's going to be a goal kick to Sphinx. Full-time score to bring you from the Championship. Huddersfield 2, Blackburn 2. 91st minute equaliser from Ryan Hedges, rescuing a point against bottom of the table Huddersfield, who now look precariously close to dropping back into League One. Martin drifts towards the right with that kick. Flicks off Sammy Mazafri, trying to bring it down under pressure from Joe Percy. Throwing in front of the Sphinx technical area, housing assistant manager John Woodward and manager Sean Thomas. Elegani shepherds it back to goal, holding off Carey. And Duggan collects him. Launches out to Chesterton. Here's the ball. He was desperate to play in this match. Past the target, returns where it came from by the number 6, Callum Whiteside. Chesterton. Challenge on Joe Blowers. Well done by Jack Downs. Woodward. It's the hour he goes. Shipman trying to drag it across for Luke Downs, but deflects out of the tree trunk-like legs of Ed El Hagani for another Sphinx corner. Catherine Blowers tuned in. She would have been jumping for joy on Saturday when Joe Blowers scored that 91st minute equaliser at Histon. So we'll hope to do things the easy way today rather than having to muster up another late comeback. And Shipman looked to make sure they will have some work to do, but couldn't keep his header down. "15 minutes gone. Here on Coventry United TV, live and exclusive coverage of El Covico. Coventry United versus Coventry Sphinx. It's still scoreless. Even start to the game. Miles, United's goal-scoring sensation at centre-back. Here's Chesterton, one of the highly rated left backs in the league. Let's give it away cheaply to Joe Percy. Now it's with Carey. We're going to switch the play. It's just over the head of Rodber. He's weighted that ball beautifully to Callum Martin. But Rodber in with a challenge. Halts the assault, but now the expense of a throw just down line from the penalty area. It's second level at the penalty area, actually slightly out of position. Woodward looking for the cross, blocked up by Rodber. And Blowers, I think he was just looking to clear his lines there rather than play Platts through, but sign of frustration from the Red and Green Army. Launched down the right. Percy's ball onto the head of both Chesterton and Miles. Chesterton along the left side, keeps it in with Mason Platts. Wrestling for the ball, and he's got the throw. Despite the best efforts of Luke Downs, who's a Coventry United player for almost 3 years. And some truly tragic times whilst with the Red and Greens, but although he is with the opposition today, we're very much glad to see him enjoying his football again. Platts cushions it down for Mazaffa. United need his speed today, and he runs straight into Callum Whiteside. No foul given. Not really an awful lot the Whiteside could have done about that. Here's Carey. Shipman receives. Shoulder to shoulder with Adam Miles. Miles goes down to the challenge. No foul given, but deflected out for the throw on the far side of the field, level with the penalty area. Percy heads up to take it. He's looking for a long throw, Aaron Gunnarsson-esque. Guest is in there, it's nodded up by Miles. Guest still in there, Lagani gets it as far away as Carey. Luke Downs lying deep. Goes it back into the danger zone, nodded up by Shipman. And sent goal bound by Matty Shipman. Sings the gloves of Declan Duggan, kept out well by the former Preston man. Devoyle. Trying to look to build again, but Chesterton's path blocked off by Callum Stewart. Back with Miles, lofts it up, but you'd have to use Usain Bolt to get anywhere near that. And I think Martin was trying to control the ball there, but it bounced past him out for a goal kick. Luckily for him, didn't touch his leg. Chronic cheers from the Red and Green Army. Mixed weather conditions today, and torrential downpours as well as beaming sun, but also a lot of wind. So make the long ball game difficult, these rather hefty gusts. Devoyle looking to pick out Rodber. And has Rodber got there? Yes, he has. Out it has. Oh, he looked to backheel it out of Callum Martin, but Martin just kept it on the line. It was a good idea for the former Sky Blues youngster. He's really starting to come good. He was taken off on Saturday due to an injury at half-time, and Mason Platts were pushing the back on Joe Percy, will be looking to stay out of the book. $19 viewers here on CUTV's live commentary. Thank you for your support. Make sure to hit the like button if you are enjoying today's coverage. And you can find exclusive highlights of today's game on the CUTV YouTube channel tonight. We're going to launch it in just into United territory. It's over Ella Hagani, and it's over Lewis Guest. Fobbed out. Good distance behind that one. Throw in deep into Sphinx's half. On the left touchline now. Heading up to the 20-minute mark. A couple of half chances to tell you about from Sphinx. Really all that's happened so far. It's a typical derby. No one really wants to make that first mistake because it could be the decisive one. Handball clears against El Hagani. Referee says no. Downs' header. Volleyed on by Devoyle. Platts will chase against Guest. Guest, who got the final touch. Platts did. Goal kick. And Kyle Carey isn't the only one who wants to get one over on his old side. Mason Platts has Spent a portion of his youth career at Coventry Sphinx. He's now a fully fledged member of the Red and Green squad. Highly rated by Carl Nolan, who drafted him from Corn earlier in the season, has scored twice for the Red and Greens. United believe the best of Platts is yet to come. Scott Martin launches down the centre of the park. Devoyle wrestling with Woodward, a swing by Woodward, but a stab back to Miles by Devoyle. Flicked on by Rodber, Platts running straight into Lewis Guest and allowing Whiteside to intercept and switch the play over to Stewart. He only had it into touch as he tried to bring it under control. Coaching staff want to see more from Coventry United. Carl Nolan, Gary Hardick, Craig Jones and Ash Bargozan, who's joined the club as our new analyst. Analyst, I should say. Bit of a match ball change here as slight delay as we've changed the match ball. Now the referee wants the throw-in taken a little further down line. 21 minutes, still scoreless. Chesterton. Mazaffa bundled over in the melee there. Referee says no foul. Mazaffa straight back onto his feet. Lofted up by Platt. Rodber trying to get on the end of the seconds. Callum Martin can only nod it high into the sky. It's cleared now by Whiteside and flicked on by Woodward. He sliced the ball though and it curls out to the right for a Coventry United throw just in front of Sean Thomas's dugout. Subs going for a quick warm-up, plenty of difference makers on the bench, including the CUTV man of the match on Saturday, Jared Bradshaw. Downs collects the lofted ball. Whiteside. Scott Martin, Sphinx just trying to calm things down. And Whiteside. It away from Blowers, who was the hero again on Saturday with that 91st minute equaliser. Jack Downs. Going to send Shipman through. Elagani gets there first, so he's dragged down from behind by Matty Shipman. Free kick Coventry United inside their own area, which is taken quickly. Adam Miles was a substitute on Saturday. Blowers' ball was not like it was heading out, but great work from Chesterton to keep within the confines of play. Mazaffa. Mitch Mollison shoulder to shoulder with Callum Stewart and a bit too aggressive in trying to find a way through. Barging him over. Quick free kick taken by Sphinx. Luke Downs to Shipman. Caught in the legs of Mitch Mollison and Sphinx are back to square one. Down the left side of the park, Mazaffa trying to beat Percy to it. Percy will shepherd it into touch. Goal kick to Sphinx. Halfway through the first half here on CUTV. It has been a proper with plenty of intensity. And at the CVS Arena it is still Coventry City 0, Watford 1. Scoreline's not going to please anyone at the Butts Park Arena. Have been hindered by the wind in this first half. We'll try and get some distance on this and does. Over the head of Luke Downs, but it's headed on by Jack Downs. Sent back where it came from by El Hagani. And Martin will wait that ball to bounce safely back into his arms. Throws to Whiteside. Carried a target, but cushioned down by El Hagani, who lost it up towards Mason Platt. But Platts knew he wasn't getting in the end of it, and Mitch Mollison saying, why didn't you just play it to my feet? Not the best of decisions from El Hagani, who received the manager's man of the match award on Saturday from Carl Nolan. Miles launching himself into Callum Woodward's back there. It's out for a throw on the far side of Coventry United on the halfway line. Mazaffa cushions down for Platts And a little trip from Luke Downs is enough to give Coventry United the free kick. Perhaps thought about taking it quickly. Devoyle said no. Let's think about this. Let's work on it. 25 minutes gone at the Butts Park Arena. Still scoreless between United and Sphinx. Ghanaian miles up where I think it was Martin got his head on the ball. But didn't send it goal bound. Striker keeps it away from Chesterton. And Jack Downs' ball collects. Woodward cross in and well held by Duggan, getting there ahead of Matty Shipman. Rodber challenged from behind by Martin. Senwagiri, bit of a swing and a miss there. Carey snatched it momentarily. Shipman now onto it. Kyle Carey. No ball to Woodward. Blocked by the standing leg of Devoyle. Elegori deflected clearance. It's with Jack Downs. Back towards Sphinx's half of the field, but Percy creates some separation from Platts. Jack Downs, everyone back for Coventry United, trying to keep this clean sheet intact. Woodward receives from Stewart. Oh, and sent over the bar by Matty Shipman. Under constant pressure from El Hagani, was sent off balance by the big number 6. Rugby aren't playing today, and they're not in action until the 13th, which is on Thursday. They're away at Wellingborough. So Manchester, I should say. They're away at Manchester. So Sphinx, who have played 2 games more, have the opportunity to go 7 points clear today. So Rugby would need to win both of their games in hand and would still be a point behind. So it is in Sphinx's hands at the moment. If United can win, however, or at least stop Sphinx from winning, then Rugby comes straight back into play. Guest. Poorly weighted ball collected by Mollison, swiftly closed down by Carey, but Mollison darting through the midfield, looking to slip it through for Joe Blowers, cut out by Guest. But his ball in turn is cut out by Asad Senwagiri. Shipman the target there. El Hagani. Side-footed to Mollison. Here's Mason Platts. The forward run past the ball and Woodward intercepts. Luke Downs, a former Red and Greens midfielder, challenged all the way by Devoyle, gets it to the feet of Shipman, scuffs the effort, and a simple save for Duggan. Duggan launches where's the 50-50 draw is announced. Someone's won themselves 60 quid. Rodber beats Guest to it. And Guest charges in on Mitch Morrison, sends the ball out of play for a United throw. About 10 yards into their own half. Here's Asad Senwagiri, who lines up for the Red and Greens after returning from university for a couple of weeks. Was with the Red and Greens at the start of the season, but of course his classes have got to take priority. Woodward through the centre circle he goes. To meet the run of Carey, but Senwagiri again, the former Leamington youngster, gets there first. Lost it down the right. Cushion header by Martin. And Woodward went down rather easily there, gets the free kick out of it. It looks like he went to his knees before Morrison touched him. Stewart Goes down under the little shove from El Hagani, but goes down too easily according to the official. El Hagani saying if you haven't given him the penalty, why hasn't he been booked for diving? AJ Ward tuning says Coventry United asking, does Carl Carey play for Sphinx now? Yes, he does, AJ. Signed for Sphinx around a month ago. Miles. Mollison dropping deep. Mazaffa. Joe Blowers just getting ahead of Woodward, who looked for the interception. Drilled upfield to Rodber by El Hagani. Nice ball. Robert trying to find a route past Callum Martin and has found it. And now Sam McGeary was faced to break down the right-hand side. Outside Sam McGeary was in for Mason Platt. Gets the finish away, but well held by Scott Martin. Brilliant drive from the red and green. Sam McGeary getting in a dangerous position. Gladys did well to get the ball towards the net. And Martin doing well to keep it scoreless. Less than 15 minutes to go until half-time here on CUTV. Still 0-0 between Coventry United and Coventry Sphinx. We are going off there at half-time for a 10-minute break, so get yourself a glass of something cold or a mug of something hot. Get back here for 4 o'clock. You won't want to miss the second half of this game. If anything, United have proved over the last month or so, you never want to leave a red and greens game early, home or away. Duggan. No one home down the left-hand side of the park.
17913. Last call.
It's the throw. Behind that one, Sam McGeary is going to find Sam Rodber, former Sky Blues youngster. Mollison, hunched in by Woodward, gets the ball cleanly. But collected by DeVoyle, his opposite skipper, wearing number 4 for Coventry United. Adam Miles on a Richard Keogh-esque run through the midfield, barges over Luke Downs in the process, and it's collected on the far side by Callum Stewart. Shipman having his arm held, referee says no, Stewart. Looking for a route through, runs into Mollison. Cannons off the former Highgate man, Sam McGeary, chips it left for Chesterton. Platts doesn't jump for it. And it's back with Callum Whiteside. Scott Martin between the sticks, returns to Whiteside. Patient play from Sphinx, patient play from United. It's been a rather patient game. Neither side wanted to get hit first. I'd say at this stage of the game, Carl Nolan would be the happier manager than Sean Thomas would be. Front bounces past Mazaffa. Carey can only give it away to Miles. Mollison was looking to drill it right, but blocked by the slide of Stewart. But there's Blowers in on Jack Downs. Joe Blowers. Looking to send Platts on his way down the left-hand side. It should be Martin's ball, and Martin will see it trickle over the line for a goal kick. And those asking, it's still 1-0 between Coventry City and Watford. Watford leading in that game after around 30 minutes. Blackpool just taken the lead at Luton. That's a scoreline we weren't expecting today. Just sacking Mick McCarthy midweek. Shipman holds off Miles. Floating ball. Chesterton and El Hagani. Bit of indecision. Able to keep Carey out of possession. Zaffa going to push on Mason Platts from behind by Callum Whiteside, ensuring that he couldn't make the run down the left. United haven't had the best of attacking play in this first half. They may be looking to the second half of that, where they can bring on the likes of Jared Bradshaw and top scorer Joseph Agambiade. Percy finds Whiteside. Lewis Guest. Callum Martin. Forced back where it came from by Rodber. Good pressure from the United forward. Swung into the midfield by Guest. Defoe looking for Joe Blowers, but Whiteside gets there ahead of him. Carey, nice bit of trickery, but out tricks himself. Harry Chesterton comes out with it after a little keepy up from Kyle Carey. The Red and Greens can't maintain possession for long, but they've got it back through Ronnie Devoyle. Wasn't down, no foul given, but Coventry will continue. Platts, surrounded by a blue shirt, he couldn't do it all on his own. But the clearance met with a slide by Ronnie Devoyle. Here's Blowers, he can hit them. Spots Rodber in space. Sam McGeary behind him, Sam Rodber. Deflects it out for the corner. Final touch did come off Callum Martin. And a corner to come in from the right. 10 minutes until the break, and Coventry United have got a man down. Let me see who it is. I think it's Joe Blowers. It is indeed Joe Blowers, who's gone down holding his left ankle. Well, hopefully it's nothing that the old magic sponge won't fix. I'd also like to say a big thank you to the sponsor of Coventry United TV, JAB Consulting. Supporting us not just this season, but the entirety of the 23-24 campaign as well. Thank you very much for your support. Hashtag cheap plug. Roy, you don't want to know what I'll do for a fiver. Good to see Roy Adam back as well. Let's hope that he doesn't trip over any more dogs, because we need him till the end of the season. Well, Blower's still down. It is rather worrying for Coventry United.
Can we sort of announce some sort of sponsorship opportunities for next year, next season, that sort of stuff?
We need some more, yeah.
Sponsorship, yeah, any sponsorship, there's opportunities for sponsorship, blah, blah, blah. Anything we can
We have seen Hamza Sadiq and Jared Bradshaw warming up. United momentarily down to 10. But they look to turn their numerical advantage into a scoring advantage as Joe Blowers continues to receive treatment on the touchline. Riley Devoyle wants to get Coventry United back into play. Well, there's a short stoppage here. Ed Elegani and Matty Shipman receiving their orders from the man in black. Get the corner taken now. Devoyle. Platters up there and headed back to Devoyle by Jack Downs. And Elegani's there! And a good header away by Sturt, back into the danger zone by Miles. Stewart up again, and a free kick given against Mason Platts, I believe, for a push in the back on Callum Whiteside. Well, Roy's saying there, if it was a boxing match, United would be winning on points. Unfortunately, these games are won on goals, and there haven't been any yet. Wish we could say the same at the CBS Arena, the Sky Blues still losing there. And a free kick given as Woodward caught on the ankle by El Hagani. Let's say we've been joined by the Coventry United under-8s, who are our official mascots today. We've got 2 more matches left against as Woodward looks to send the blue side of the city into half-time ahead. Wood doesn't beat DeVoyle. Platts trying to shepherd it to Mazaffa. Little challenge from behind by Woodward. Does the trick. Woodward with the interception. Shipman trying to get to the loose ball. Chesterton beats him to the punch, but runs into Stewart. Callum Stewart wrestling with Chesterton. He's got the ball back in the corner. Down line with Carey. Return to Carey by Shipman. Kyle Carey drills it in and across defensive goal. A touch from Downs would have sent it in, but he couldn't make the crucial contact. Sphinx should be in front there. I'm not sure Downs was expecting it. Oh, the rain is starting to come down a little heavier now, so some members of the Coventry Sphinx family are heading up towards the top end of the Bucks Park Arena. Don't fancy getting wet. Mazaffa receives from Platts. Where can you go from here? Looking to cut in on Percy. Sammy Mazaffa goes alone and kept out of the near post by Martin. Martin looking for Shipman. It's collected mid-air by Mitch Mollison. Here's Mazaffa again. He's switched the play. It's, was that a handball given against Jack Downs? I think it was. In fact, no, it's switched to referee, so it's going to be a drop ball. So it's a drop ball for Coventry United. It appears that the ball touched the referee on the way through. So DeVoyle on the bounce, volleys it towards Rob, but that's a great ball. Robert pulls it back, Blowers can't hit it, Mazaffa can, and United take the lead! Pick that one out! Textbook from Sammy Mazaffa. Straight off the training ground. From the drop ball. Volley over by DeVoyle. Whipped in by Rodber. Finds Mazaffa outside. And what a finish it was from Sammy Mazaffa, leaving Martin helpless. Coventry United take the lead on the fringes of half-time. Mazaffa points to the badge. He knows which colour he wears, and it's the Reds who are leading just before the break. Coventry United 1, Coventry Sphinx 0. A shock to the system for the league leaders. Derbies always mean more, but it especially means more today with a league title on the line for the away side. Mazaffa is hungry for more. He finds his way past one, couldn't find his way past Downs, he collects. Carey, now Shipman, has this woken Sphinx up. Shipman down line to Carey. Challenge by Mazaffa, throwing on the far side. I can't say Joe Blows is back on the field now. Good news for Coventry United. Into the final minute of normal time. Coventry United 1, Coventry Sphinx 0. Throwing past Miles. Launched away with the lanky legs of El Hagani. Platts challenged from behind by Whiteside. Blower sends it on. Martin will let it bounce back into his penalty area and collects. Now into added minutes, I'd say there'll be about 2. Downs. Now Guest. Lost it left. Headed on. Shipman. Kyle Carey. Will he turn and hit? Saves himself with a strike, Kyle Carey. Muscled across to the right by Adam Miles. Great work from the United centre-back. Sphinx pushed back into their own backyard. Martin. High kick by Mazaffa, takes it away from the head of Bloodwood and back to Duggan. Duggan down the centre of the park, straight back to his opposite number one. Well, there's been a goal here at the Butts, and there's been another goal at the CBS Arena. Coventry City 0, Watford 2. Goal by Imran Sousa. So both teams in blue. John Blower saying, get in. Great goal for Coventry United. And Miles will take the throw. Pushing it back on Blows. Referee says no foul. Play continues. Well, with the volley away. And the referee ends the first half. It has been a very, very even first half. But a moment of magic from Sami Mazaffa sees Carl Nolan's side head into the break ahead. Half-time score at the Butts Park Arena. Coventry United 1, Coventry Sphinx 0. We're going on a 10-minute break here on CUTV. And we're back on Coventry United TV for the second half. Coventry United 1, Coventry Sphinx 0 as the ball is rolling once more at a sunny Butts Park Arena. The rain has stopped, the sun is shining, and there are smiles on the faces of the Red and Green Army. But will it end that way? Well, let's wait and see. No changes for either side, it's as you were. And United now heading towards the railway end of the Butts Park Arena. Well, Cardano will be hoping that half of Sphinx's shots end up in the car park. Once again with a throw from Callum Martin. Elegani wins it. Volleyed out of play by Senwagiri after the header by Luke Downs. Looking for an option down the left. Shipman target. Senwagiri wraps his leg around Shipman and plays it out for the throw. Slow but steady progress along that flank for Sphinx. Throw towards Stewart, but away by Mollison. Platts was the target for that lofted ball, but Whiteside sends it back where it came from, but up by Downs. First of the seconds is Mollison. Rodber's making the run, but it's through the middle to Mason Platt. Platt's looking for the through ball to Sammy Mazaffa. It's collected well by Percy, and lofted into relative safety by Scott Martin. Chester nets that one, bounce into touch, 10 yards into United turf. Two and another one. Platts digs it through, past Guest. Mazaffa thinking about another strike. He's surrounded by blue and white. He's still going. Sammy Mazaffa bundled over in the penalty area, not penalty worthy, and cleared as far as Senwagiri at right back. Robert looking at dart past Downs. Downs goes to the deck and gets a rather cheap free kick. Sphinx on the head on the other end of the park. Stewart. Carey caught. United come away with it. Devoyle. That's a great ball. To Mazaffa in the left corner. He's got Chesterton down low, but he doesn't need him. Skips past his man. It's past Platts, it's past Rodber. Rodber will try and get there before the ball goes out of play. No, just over the line as he gets there. Mazaffa looking like the danger man. He got the opening goal of El Covico. Will it be the decisive one? Will it be the crucial one? Only time will tell. Oh, good bounce from Mollison. And now it's with Luke Downs. Shrugs off Platt, but his ball is charged down by the United number 9. Mason Platts. Deflected ball. He was looking for El Hagani there, but it's collected by Carey. Now playing in the blue of Sphinx. Looking to square only as far as Chesterton. Not the usual quality we expect from Kyle Carey. Senwagiri ensures that the ball heads out of play for a throw. And gives United a little bit of time just to regroup at the back. The first throw to the chest of Mollison. Drilled to the left for Mazaffa. Switches it on to Chesterton. A real difference at left back this season. And Mason Platt has gone down holding his head. Must have been an altercation off the ball. He's on the far side of the field, so I can only assume he was wrestling for position with someone. Well, the Butts Park Arena pitch is never going to be a pitch you can say is waterlogged, or never usually see a game called off here, but it's not a soft landing. It's a rather hard surface. So if you're heading for a fall, protect the head. That's my advice. It's like falling on concrete. And United, I assume it's going to be a drop ball to Coventry United because there was no foul given. It was just a matter that Platts had hurt his head and needed treatment. And Platts is going to have to leave the field for a moment just to make sure that he's okay. Of course, it's Sandra Sphinx throw, level with their own box. Can Coventry United try and box in their visitors? 5 minutes of the second half gone still. Coventry United 1, Coventry Sphinx 0. Carey down the right-hand side. Duggan backtracking to his goal, looking for the cross, but it's blocked off by El Hagani. The United centre-backs on point today, and they're going to have to be. They're up against one of the best front lines in the league. They've only kept 3 clean sheets all season. Stewart, Shipman and Carey. Of course, you've got Woodward behind who can hit one too. Launched in by Percy. Elagani's up there for the header. Where's it going to land? It's nodded well wide by Callum Stewart, who shrugs his arms in the air as if to say, what am I meant to do? Wasn't enough room to swing a cat when he got the shots away. Not the best of kicks, gets a little bit of jeer from the Sphinx faithful. We did found blowers, but slide by Luke down, sends it straight towards Duggan again. And Kyle Carey doing his best to try and prevent the quick throw from his old teammate, but unsuccessful. Mollison, Chesterton looking for Mason Platt, but intercepted. And Mollison a bit too forceful in wrestling the ball back from Callum Woodward. Referee says free kick. Platts and Devoyle ensuring that Woodward won't get it away as quick as he would have wanted to. But the ball is into the penalty area now with Callum Stewart. Can he track it back? Sends it skyward. He has Shipman at the far post. It would have been the better option. Have been sending their substitutes to go for a quick warm-up. On the bench of Coventry United this afternoon, Dewi Pablinski, Jared Bradshaw, Ash Narwhal, Joseph Akambiade and Hamza Sadiq. Expect to see them later. Jack Downs just beats Blowers to it, sends it along the right touchline. Shipman trying to beat Miles to it. Cushions it down, Carey with him, down line to Jack Downs. Launch it towards that far post. And nodded behind for the goal kick. Martin thought that maybe could have got a corner out of it. Looking more in hope than expectation, but referee does point for the goal kick. Drifts to the right, of course, he's going to be kicking against the wind in the second half. Rodber. Mason Platts. Looking for Rodber again, where it's intercepted by Stewart. Lunging by Blowers. And he returns to Luke Downs, who had many happy years at the Butts Park Arena as a Coventry United player earlier in his career. Woodward. Carey picked out by Percy. Kyle Carey looking to dink it through. It's Stewart to get the shot away, blocked by a sliding Adam Miles. Jack Downs will strike! It's a fantastic strike from Jack Downs! Jack Downs with a powerful hit beyond the outstretched glove of Duggan. And it's all squared the butts. Zappa. Dragged down, Coventry United have the free kick. Devoyle. Down the left-hand side, and it's not into touch by Whiteside. Blowers. Turn to Chesterton, now Mazaffa. Oh, Mason Platts couldn't get on the end of it. It's all square. Shipman. Looking to take on Miles. Squares to Luke Downs. Stumbled by Stewart. It's back with Chesterton. Now Mazaffa. Sammy Mazaffa looking to take on the back line all by himself, but he needed some help. Woodward, poor ball collected by DeVoyle. Blowers shoulder to shoulder with Downs, the goal scorer, loses that battle of muscle. And on the other end, Elagani tries to see it back to Duggan, slightly under hit, but has got it there. Luke Downs. Over a kick by Woodward. Carey lurking in there, but it's brought down well by Declan Duggan. Rodber. Free kick against Rodber there. Not entirely sure what for. We're heading up to the half of the hour mark, I should say. It's Coventry United 1, Coventry Sphinx 1. Martin. The head of Sunwagiri, Carey up there too. Woodward brings it back. And an aimless cross by Callum Martin out for the goal kick. Yes, only as far as Mollison. Mollison taken out in the actors. United continue with Mason Platts. Mitch Mollison draws it through for Blowers. Mollison wants it. Mollison will strike. Not a million miles away. Be a great time to score your first Coventry United goal in a derby. Shout out to today's, well, not just today's, our sponsor at Coventry United full-time until the end of next season, JAB Consulting. Thank you very much for your support. For more information, head to jabc.com.sg. Miles. Straight into touch by Joe Percy, the right back. Duggan. Closed down by Shipman. Gets it away just in time. Adam Miles with the header. So the game is starting to shift into Sphinx's territory. And as you say, that's Sam Rodber. And a free kick given as he just swats aside Callum Martin, a soft free kick. Disappointment for Coventry United. And Rodber had a chance to find a way into the box. And Lagani nods that kick into touch from the goalkeeper. And a chance for Sphinx to take the lead here. Downs. Crucial intervention from Harry Chesterton, sliding to make the block and a free kick given against Downs. Nervy times for the Red and Greens. They've got to try and get a foothold back in this match. Sphinx have got the bit between their teeth. back here. Duggan was taking the kick. Referee barking instructions at Duggan. I'm not entirely sure what Duggan did wrong there. Maybe it was taken out of position. Not done by Whiteside. Carey. Downs. Loses that race with Mollison. Receiving through is Martin to try and keep Sphinx going. So McGeary, the interception. Rodber couldn't bring defeat, and a throw on the far side for Sphinx. Half an hour to go, the Butts Park Arena. Coventry United 1, Coventry Sphinx 1. And the potential one down the left-hand side by Woodward, curtailed by Sen McGeary. It has been an even afternoon, the Butts Park Arena, but Sphinx have had the better of the second half. So McGeary's throw, loaded up by Stewart. DeVoyle up there, and lunging on Morrison, referee says no foul. Kyle Carey looking for options. Miles trying to make the block, Sam McGeary too. Kyle Carey creates some separation. Mazaffa gets it away as far as Downs. And Chesterton intercepts right from under the Sphinx man's nose. Now Mason Platt, United on the counter. He's got blowers to the right, runs straight into Whiteside. He makes a great challenge. Carey's on sides, he receives on the left. Sam McGeary's got to track back. Stumbled by Carey. Stewart, Shipman's with him. Elagani with a stern, strong challenge, but a fair one. Throw by Duggan. And Mazaffa goes down. That will be a free kick. Rice smile from Mazaffa. United taking their time. And the first change of the afternoon, we believe, is coming. Sphinx are getting the substitutes board ready. Another throw for United, this time deep into Sphinx's turf. Chesterton with ball in hand. Saffold's flicking on for Platt. Mason Platt's got on the end of it. Needs to find route out of this Sphinx sandwich. Looks to curl it over to Rodburn, not it as far as Mitch Mollison. Luke Down slides in, but DeVore's got it back. Lovely 1-2 with Mollison. Ronnie DeVore looking to hit it. Charged down by a sliding Jack Downs. And kept in by Stewart. Miles, Duggan wants it back. Duggan finds El Hagani, swiftly closed down by Carey. Slightly under hits him. Adam Mars, but he's found him, but Miles, awkward stumble, allowing Stewart onto it. Now Luke Downs. Carey. El Hagani with a great clearance. Blowers stumbles, he tries to get the counter going. Rodbert mishit, but he has found Blowers. Sen McGeary. Platts along the right touchline. Guests get there first. Sixes laces through it. But sent high into the sky by DeVoyle on the second. Stewart knocks it on. Carey dispossessed by Riley DeVoyle. Mazaffa gets the call that he's got a man behind him. Chesterton deflects out off Carey. Coventry United throw. And the ball kicked away by Joe Percy. And the first change of the afternoon for Coventry Sphinx, the number 12 on the shirt, I believe. That's Leo Stone. Oh, no, it's number 17, in fact. So it's Jordan Hayward coming on for Callum Martin.
Change from Sphinx on Jordan Hayward off Callum Martin.
So first change of the afternoon looks like a like-for-like change. Miles with the throw into Sphinx territory. Flicked up by Mazatha, brought down by Downs. El Hagai dispossessed a dangerous position, had to try and backtrack and shield the ball from Shipman. Shipman did get the shot away, but it was too close to Duggan to matter. Well recovered from the big man. Mollison, now Devoyle. It's United at the other end of the park now. Rolly Devoyle with blowers. Chesterton, chance to cross. Mason Platt's in there. And Guest had to head it behind. He had no choice. United with the corner. Best atmosphere we've had all season here. Biggest crowd as well, without a doubt. It's got to be upwards of 300 fans here. Devoyle towards that far post. Mason Platts blocked well. And that for a throw. 15 yards short of the halfway line for Coventry United. Platts trying to launch it towards the net, get a goal against his old side, but it was blocked by a leaping Percy. And United preparing their first change, and here it comes. It's Mitch Mollison leaving the field, and Joseph Aganbiade is heading on. And Ash Narwell is coming on as well. So Narwell on for Mitch Mollison. And that's the number 8, that's Joe Blowers leaving the field.
Another change off Joe Blowers on Ash Narwell.
A reminder, there's changes of Coventry United. Joseph Aganbiade, the United top scorer, looking for his 10th goal of the season, is coming on. Ash Narwell in midfield. They replace Joe Blowers and Mitch Mollison. So attacking changes for Coventry United. They want this win. First switch way Aganbiade, looking to touch it down to Mason Platts, but not what he needed. Elegani trying to shield from Matty Shipman. United get the throw, just shy of their own penalty area. So McGeary sees from Platts, launches up the right side. Aganbiade up for it, but it's Whiteside who gets his head on the ball. Aimless ball from the back, and now Sam McGeary will send it back to Duggan. Mason Platts up there. Yes, oh, it's Sam McGeary caught in the head. Free kick Coventry United halfway into their own half on the right side. Caught in the head by Callum Stewart. And there's been a goal at the CBS Arena. Matty Godden has brought one back for the Sky Blues. Coventry City 1, Watford 2. Free kick from Frankie Godden on the right-hand side, lofted away by Hayward. Devoyle leaves Woodward behind, but runs into the path of Percy, who sticks his laces through that. Duggan, bit of indecision, and it's nodded over the net. Over the goalkeeper, stopped by Duggan, but the free kick's been given against Matty Shipman for a foul on Miles. Maybe a little bit soft, but it didn't really matter in the grand scheme of things, as Duggan was able to get enough of a touch on the ball to slow it down. And the referee informing Shipman, any more back chat, you're getting a sin bin. Sin bins are only given for dissent towards officials, so Shipman had better watch his mouth. for the remainder of the game. He doesn't want to leave his side down to 10 men for 10 minutes. Woodward's header by Chesterton. A bit of head test going on here. It's brought down by Devoyle. Floats it over the back line. Akinbiade a couple of yards behind it. Cleared by Martin. That's Shipman getting his head on it. Into the chest of Chesterton. Gets it back. Carey just kept in by Chesterton. They're given away to Woodward. Headed by Senwagiri. Luke Downs, tame volley, blocked by El Hagani. And El Hagani ensures that Devoyle could snatch it away from him. Chip ball to the right, Joseph Akinbiade. We know he's got the pace. Can he use it against Guest? Guest sticks his leg out. Free kick Coventry United. On the right side of the penalty area. A couple of yards outside the box. 20 minutes to go. Here on CUTV, Coventry United 1, Coventry Sphinx 1. And it looks like change number 3 could be imminent. That's Hamza Sadiq preparing, made his Coventry United debut on Saturday. Former Cunningham Sporting youngster. Jared Bradshaw also trekking back from a warm-up. And a yellow card for Lewis Guest for the foul on Akinbiade. So another double change is on the card for Cole Nolan's side. Devoyle on the right corner of the box. Miles and El Hagani both in there. Devoyle. It was too tall for even El Hagani, but it didn't go out of play, but the whistle has blown for a free kick against El Hagani for using the Sphinx defender as a launch pad, as if he needs any more height. And here comes the change. Number 7 on the board for Coventry United. That's Sam Rodber. And he's replaced by Hamza Sadiq. And Sami Mazaffa withdrawn for Jared Bradshaw. So the goal scorer, Sami Mazaffa, leaves the field. And Jared Bradshaw, who was the CUTV man of the match on Saturday, heads on. So more attacking changes. United trying to keep their front line fresh. The only attacker staying on the field is Mason Platts, who now seems to be in a number 10 role. Bradshaw will play on the right of the front three. Narwhal on the left. Let's see if those subs will make the difference, as they did on Saturday. Elagani meets the goal kick with his head, and it's into touch on this near side of the Woods Park Arena. About 15 yards into Sphinx territory, approaching the final 15 minutes. It's still 1-1. Beaten mid-air by Woodward. El Hagani ensures it won't reach Carey, but Carey has got it now from Callum Woodward, and El Hagani getting it clear in the nick of time, but it will come back through Luke Downs. Trip from behind by Ash Narwhal, free kick, Sphinx. Change coming up for Coventry Sphinx as well. It's going to be made just yet, but Dylan Parker is going to head on. And you'd imagine it's going to be for one of the front three. I'd assume it'll be either Stewart or Carey. And Carl Carey is standing over the free kick. Carey's going to leave it. It's drilled low towards Woodward, offside. He's missed the target anyway. And here comes the substitution. In fact, no, he's going to have to wait. United have started play. Assistant was flagging for it, but United had already started. Agambiade forced down, but Whiteside got the ball according to the referee. Threw ball into the area, El Hagani shielded it, but a lunge in by Stewart on El Hagani has actually hurt Stewart. And here comes the change now for Coventry Sphinx. And it is Kyle Carey leaving the field, the former Coventry United man. Carey has done a lot for Coventry United in his time here. Gets a smattering of applause from the Red and Green Army. So Carey's day is over. And heading on in his place is Dylan Parker, who replaced him on Saturday against Easington, I should say. Sadiq wants a free kick there, as if it was impeded by Guest. And Parker looking to make an immediate impression here, shoulder to shoulder with Sam Wagiri, who managed to get the touch, and it's out for a corner for Coventry Sphinx. Can they complete the turnaround? They went into the second half 1-0 down. I think it was El Hagani who got the header. Platts. Bradshaw the target, but put back in by Downs. The flag stays down. Sam Wagiri slides in. And United absolutely furious. It's out for a corner that the flag wasn't raised. He looked miles offside. I'm surprised the flag wasn't raised. He looked closer to China than he did the nearest defender. Was that near post? And United clear as far as Bradshaw, swinging a miss by Luke Downs, another former Coventry United man. Downs goes down under the challenge, and now the counter is on. Mason Platts racing towards the back line. Agambiade on the left-hand side. Finds Joseph Agambiade looking to cut in now on Percy. He's past Percy. Agambiade looks for the cross, and it's swung clear by Hayward under no real pressure. Chesterton. And the throw to Agambiade cut out by Stewart. Matty Shipman, lovely slide by Devoyle, but Sphinx have got the throw just down line from the box. And Devoyle's hurt himself in that exchange. And United are going to have to call over the physio again. Lucy said they've only got one more change they can make, that being Dawid Pablinski. Devoyle is okay to carry on. Devoyle said this is the one game that he's been looking forward to more than any. You won't force him off unless his leg's hanging off. The throw goes Chesterton. Not the most convincing of clearances. Out for another throw on this near side. 10 minutes left. It's been all Sphinx in this second half. Elagani's header. Oh, and two Sphinx players going for the ball. Means that both of them have missed it. Devoyle. And Sadiq will make the run down the left-hand side. He's just a yard behind it. There goes the throw from Percy. Chesterton beaten in the air by Shipman. Woodward. That's onto the head of Chesterton. And out for a throw. Oh, and Woodward has caught Sadiq on the back of the head as he tried to get off him. Oh, the Sphinx players a bit bemused about United's protest, and Downs trying to get in the face of Sadiq. think is going to be punished. There goes the throw. Put it straight out by Miles. We're up for another tense finale at the Butts Park Arena, and we've got kind of used to them over the last few months. Run up and the launch in by Percy. Miles gets up. Over a kick by Woodward. That's for Shipman, I should say. It was Matty Shipman who got on the end of that one. Should have known it was Shipman. It was a bit too athletic to be Woodward. Overhead kick well kept out by Duggan. And another change coming up for Coventry Sphinx. Duggan. Agambiade up for it. Nods it into the centre circle, but first to the second is Woodward. Chesterton drilled off the head of Chesterton there. Whipped in. Elagani nods it down. Chesterton sends it high into the sky, and Duggan leaps in and grabs it. Well, United will be much happier with a draw than Sphinx would. A draw here for Sphinx would lead them 5 points above Rugby, but Rugby would have 2 games in hand. And we are seeing Dawid Pablinski is being prepared. So United's final change is forthcoming. Sphinx have also got an alteration getting ready. Senwagiri. It's going to be a race between Martin and Agambiade. It's a race that Martin comfortably wins. Run it across by El Hagari to ensure it didn't reach Shipman. Chesterton, now Sadiq, his first derby action. And he's dispossessed by Woodward. Callum Woodward goes down, no touch there. But the referee's given it, and look at that wry smile from Callum Woodward as if to say, yeah, I've just done the ref. And the final change of the afternoon, it's Mason Platts leaving the field and Dawid Pablinski heading on. And it's Luke Downs being replaced. I didn't see the number of the player coming on. Is it number 15? It's number 15. I believe that's Max Johnson, but don't quote me on that just yet. All right, it's number 12. It's Leo Stone. Leo Stone. So Leo Stone onto the field. Mason Platts off. Dawid Pablinski on. So a change in formation. We can only assume for Coventry United going 5 at the back. Woodward. And towards the net and over! Callum Stewart flicking it over. Head in hands. Sphinx thought they'd won it. Well, every shot is going to leave fingernails at a premium at this late stage. Coming up to the 85th minute. All changes used for Coventry United now. And it looks like actually Pablinski, we thought he was going to go in, we believe it was going to be a 5-man back line, but actually he's being used as an anchoring midfielder, which allows Narwhal to push up a little further. Shipman heads into the area. Duggan calls for it. Duggan gets it. Declan Duggan taking his time. In the centre of the park. Swung up by Senwagiri. United have got to try and keep their heads here. Elagani's header away. Narwhal. Onto Devoyle. Oh, it had the power behind it, but it's kept in Sphinx territory. But an aimless ball from the man who intercepted the ball, Joe Percy. into the left-hand far corner of the penalty area, and Duggan is going to take every second he can in collecting that ball. Well, a draw against Coventry Sphinx may not seem like a lot for Coventry United, but remember everything that United have been through this year to go up against a team who are leading the United Counties League and at the moment holding them at home. I think the Red and Green Army would be satisfied with that. Sphinx certainly wouldn't. They won all 3 points to keep their push for promotion on track. Chesterton. Here's Hamza Sadiq. Would he go for the corner or go for the cross? He will try and cross it into Bradshaw. Swung away by Whiteside. Tame header by Narwell allows Stewart to launch it up towards Matty Shipman. And Hagani turns to Duggan. And Bradshaw is there, head of Woodward, but only as far as number 17 for Sphinx. Leo Stone. He'll go for goal and tipped over beautifully by Declan Duggan. That save could earn United a point. Brilliant save. Hands off his arse. And a quick corner taken. Woodward curls out on the far side. Bit of banter between the Sphinx lads and the United fans. Keep it friendly, boys. Duggan into the last 2 minutes of the Butts Park Arena. The game far from done. Here's Downs, who so far his goals drafted Sphinx back into this for a point. Stewart couldn't find a way past Senwagiri. Senwagiri was caught by Woodward, and Senwagiri's gone down holding his right leg. Well, I think Shipman's gone down too. Well, Woodward is Mr. Sphinx. He's going to put his body on the line for his team and try and get in the heads of the United players. Big shout out to Ben Cook, who's tuned in. Big fan of CUTV. Welcome to the show, Ben. Says, big couple of minutes left. Yes, they are big minutes. In the last minute of normal time. Ben backing rugby in the title race. Shipman nodded on. El Hagani out for a throw. And the United fans won't be rushing to go and fetch that ball. Screaming at their young lads to get in the box, crowd it. They throw to Jack Downs. Downs a delivery, Duggan calls for it. Duggan lost it momentarily, but latches onto the seconds. Duggan has been brilliant today. Senwagiri to Pablinski. Didn't get the distance on that clearance, but Bradshaw will try and get on the end of it. Jared Bradshaw. Senwagiri, his ball skews out, and Craig Jones is only just recovering from a hip replacement, trying to launch the ball away there. He didn't hit it, so safe to say he's not fully recovered yet, although he couldn't hit it when he was on 2 legs. There goes a throw from Hayward. Adam Miles has to get there ahead of Stewart and does. Oh, and Miles has gone down holding his head. Referee says no, it is a head injury. The referee has to stop the game, and he has belatedly. Miles leaping in for the challenge, trying to get there ahead of Stewart. There was contact made with the head. Free kick hasn't been given, but it will be a drop ball for Sphinx. as you can expect, the rugby town fans tuned in on CUTV are hoping that United get the win. At the moment, up again. And the second place team has to endure a playoff with a step 4 side. So it's only the first team that goes up automatically. So this is a big match for Sphinx and for rugby. It's slipped in by Stone. Here's Stewart, put back into the danger zone. Elegant tries to clear, and it is put in! It is put in! Coventry Sphinx have won it late on. Jubilation for the visitors.
And the second goal after Coventry Sphinx.
Sphinx's title ambitions remain on track. And they celebrate like they've just won the league. United held on, but the second half has belonged to Sphinx. A deserved winner for the away side. And it's 2-1 to the Blues. And a change coming on for Sphinx. It's Lawrence Rawlings coming on for Callum Stewart. Deep into added time, Sphinx have taken the lead. It's Devoyle. Can United try and snatch something back? El Hagani. That's with Pablinski, now Narwell. Chesterton. Devoyle. Bradshaw wants it through. Bradshaw gets it. He's got Sadiq on the left. Hamza Sadiq. Forced into the corner. Can he find the route out? That looked like a corner, but it's been given us a goal kick. Coming to the end of the 4th minute of added time. Martin taking his time with the kick. Martin clears. Headed on by Shipman. And it is a Sphinx throw in the United half of the field. And Sphinx shouting, corner, corner, take it in the corner. Shipman. Has he taken it over the line? It's going to be a corner for Sphinx. Well, United can be proud of their performance. This young side, a side to grow into these derby games. But it does appear the favourites heading into today's match are going to be taking the 3 points home. United have got the throw right in the corner, but time surely is running out now. Pablinski is going to take a long run up. Chesterton flicked onto Devoyle. Miles. And Muzaffar caught by Rawlings. And Rawlings could be going into the book. United could have one last roll of the dice. Devoyle placing it. Everyone but Peblinski, El Hagani and Duggan is in and around that penalty area. Everyone back. Except for Parker, for Sphinx. They need this win. Sadiq. And Sphinx are going to get it away, and they have done. 6 minutes of added time have been played. It's back with Peblinski in defence for Coventry United. Sent back where it came from. The visitors. Performance from United compared to that Boxing Day shows how far the Red and Greens have come. But Sphinx's second half performance shows that there is still a little bit of learning to do. Late trouble in the books again, but this time it's Coventry Sphinx who reap the rewards. Final score at the Butts Park Arena in the United Counties League Premier Division South. Coventry United 1, Coventry Sphinx 2.